Hi there, welcome to Angels Lounge, the one program where we listen to the voices of angels across Africa. Good people who are providing resources, time, and energy to work with several businesses, startups, and SMEs to move their businesses forward in all of the continent. On today's episode, I speak with an angel investor who's never been to Nigeria, never been beyond Tunisia in Africa, but does have a couple of angel investments that he's made in the continent. So today, the program hosts my friend Arturas is joining us from Lithuania. Hi, Arturas.
Hello, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you today. Thanks for joining in this conversation. So we do have quite a number of people watching globally, and now that the world is a big, small village, everybody seems to know everybody. But would you spend some time to share with us about yourself, who you are, what you do, what your name is like? Great.
Yeah, so thank you, Solomon, for having me there. So briefly about myself, my name is Arturas Svirskis. I'm from Lithuania, and for the last 12 years, I have devoted my life for the fintech and blockchain industries. So since very beginning of 2014, I'm hustling in these markets. So right now, I wear a few hats. I'm the small business angel deploying personal capital, and my newest belief or investment thesis is about emerging markets. Also, I'm the mentor at a couple of accelerators. 2 of them are in UAE and 3 are in the crypto space. Plus, I do have the consulting business that we are helping either startups or mature projects to obtain the licenses to operate in a regulated way for fintech or crypto businesses, plus everything what is business development related. So growth hacking, getting users, increasing revenues, so on and so forth.
Awesome. So would you say that you're primarily interested in the blockchain and Web3 space, or do you do any other traditional space in terms of investing?
So it is fintech as well. So again, my kind of very beginning of my career started in the fintech space, and we were working as a fintech. One of our profile of the clients was crypto space. So that's why I got the possibility to merge both of these competences into a single experience. So again, fintech and crypto, they are kind of similar but also different in its own way.
Great. So talking crypto, fintech, and the similarity and all that, I'm kind of curious about what role crypto plays in the evolving landscape of finances and the financial markets, especially in emerging markets. Africa, some parts of Asia. What's the anchor of crypto in those markets? Is crypto going to take the markets forward? Is everybody going to move in that direction in the end, or would we still stay traditional? What's the future of finance?
So I would put crypto or Web3 industry under. Okay, I would put crypto as medium of value under the fintech category, but blockchain by itself is a kind of new technology. So indeed, I strongly believe in crypto, especially in the emerging markets, because it can make payments faster, cheaper, more transparent, so on and so forth. So I can name numerous advantages what crypto can bring to the market. And if we speak in the buzzwords, so again, stablecoins is a very hot topic that I strongly believe. And in international payments, especially with the African local currencies like Naira, etc., are extremely expensive to make cross-border payments. So crypto can simplify that, speed it up, and make the life cheaper and faster. Basically, make the life easier for locals by saving time and fees. So this is one thing. Another hot topic is tokenization. So tokenization brings liquidity for kind of illiquid assets. So, just for example, if I do have, if there is villa in Bali or some kind of villa in Nigeria of $200,000, but I do have only 50K, so basically I can buy quarter of that asset, and then basically if there is a seller who wants to sell asset for 200K, again there are some limit of the potential acquirers. If it can be fractionalized, the ownership can be fractionalized. So it's much easier to sell such kind of assets. So again, cross-border payments, stablecoins, tokenization are the key kind of buzzwords that I would see evolving, especially in the emerging markets.
In the emerging markets, great. Let's get out of your comfort space of crypto, Web3, and tokenization and come down to my world around angel investing. What has been your experience? Why angel investing? Why did you begin to back founders?
Why angel investment? So basically, I'm very active and proactive person, and I want to bring value to as many businesses as possible. And I want to have the skin in the game. If I bring value, I want to get potential the upside, which is increase of the equity when the business growth. So this is my major purpose. That when I invest, again, I'm not a huge business angel. I'm just making conceptually. I'm just making baby steps at the moment. But I still have the portfolio of 5+ companies. So.
A portfolio of 5+ companies is a lot of companies, son. That's a lot.
Sky is the limit. So
indeed. So when you say baby steps, the reason why I said that is because when you say baby steps is 1, 2, but if you've gone 3, 4, 5, and you even have some that are cross-border, you're now an angel investor playing the game.
Could be. Still, I still believe that I need a lot of things to learn, and I still don't know what I don't know. So all the life is about learning and then moving forward. So I strongly believe that there are many things to learn for me, but still I'm trying to kind of mitigate the risks of between different geographical regions, different industries. Again, the most value I can bring is fintech and crypto, but if there is a decent project outside of these industries, I still could potentially allocate some capital. Great.
So, how did you feel when you wrote your first check? After you wrote that very first check, and walk us through the emotions that went through you?
Yeah. So. Again, as I mentioned, I'm not very typical investor. That it's not that I give money and then I step aside and watch how you work. Basically, when I invest, especially in the very beginning, I becoming kind of the team member. So basically, I pay money to become to have the place to work. So again, my career started in 2014. So the first kind of investments were done in 2017, I would say. So it was in crowdfunding industry. It was in regulated fintech industry. So again, that was quite exciting, interesting, because it was something new for me. But then there is not so much excitement. It is just about contributing, bringing the value, and doing what is necessary to scale the business up. So excitement is maybe for 1 or 2 days, but then it's just about bringing the value to the project.
Great. So whilst you were speaking, I was writing down something fantastic that I just learned, especially from the way you described it. So I write, an angel is someone who pays money to a startup to be a staff.
So it is kind of drastic statement, but it is my.
I love it. I think it's brilliant. I think it's a great way to look at it, because truly that's what you do. You give them funds, but because angel investing is a contact sport, you don't let them go. You're in the business with them, you're thinking with them, you're thinking for them sometimes, you're engaging. That's pretty much what an employee should be doing. but you have your money and your skin in the game, and that makes you somebody who pays to be a member of the startup. And I really like that.
Again, there is a small, very important difference, being the kind of being employee of the company versus micromanagement. So again, when the business angel does micromanagement, it's not really good.
Yes.
But when the vision of the founders and the angel are aligned, so great things can be.
Well. Yeah, I totally agree. What's the thing with Africa? Tell me about what the interest is with Africa globally. It seems like everybody wants in on Africa now. Why is that? What's going on?
Again, as I'm from Lithuania, we are kind of in the center of Europe and around every geopolitical conflicts in Europe. Russia, Ukraine stuff. We are not that far away, so. So this is one thing why I want to diversify my investments, just because of the geopolitical risks. Another thing is I strongly believe that Europe, especially if we speak about the fintech and crypto, we are too spoiled. We have Revolut, we have numerous unicorns in fintech space which can do everything for people, and I strongly believe that emerging markets, including Africa, still have the space to catch up, and my goal is to find the kind of gems which are maybe a couple of steps behind, and to bring the best practices and then bring innovation to particular African markets. So again, I don't say that it is copy paste. What works in Europe not necessarily will work in Africa, but still there are some kind of patterns of best practices that can be implemented. So my goal is to bring this kind of, I wouldn't say innovation, but features, way of thinking, execution to a little bit less experienced markets.
Great. So in deploying capital, how do you choose? What's your thesis like?
Again, 8 years ago, with one of my startups, we were accepted to Startup Wise Guys Accelerator. It is one of the biggest B2B accelerators in Europe. And they told me kind of the lame joke that the three most important things in the startups are the team, and the team. So again, the great team can make average idea brilliant, but if there is a brilliant idea and a very average team, the project will fail. So first of all, I'm checking the team. And when I say the team, there are a few aspects. If they do have direct experience on what they are building, if they have any successful track record or past experience in the companies in the field that they are building the startup. Because if let's say I'm IT guy, but then I decide to go to biopharmacy, so again I'm clueless. What is this industry about? So I check if the founders have exact experience what they are building. If they are dedicated to the business, again, it is very bad if they don't have the laser focus and they do have a couple of the startups, couple of the things going on at the same time. So especially in the very beginning, if you want to build a successful startup or at least to raise capital for the future growth, you have to have the laser focus. And then, especially in crypto space, I notice one thing, and if founders have such kind of mentality, I avoid investing. It is raising as much as you can or as much as you need. In crypto space, especially, people are greed driven and they try to raise as much as they can, and they don't really care about the cap table. They don't care about future rounds, but they want to grab money now as much as possible, and then what happens, it happens. On the other hand, if you raise right now a small ticket, you grow your traction, and then you can raise another round, let's say in half a year or 1 year with a much higher valuation. So again, I try to notice if the mentality is healthy and they are not greed driven, but purpose driven, let's say like this.
Awesome. So do you say that there are founders who are not sure what they're building and can just start, and as they start, they learn? Is it possible for a founder to learn on the job with investors' money?
Yes and no. Again, there are definitely cases when founders raise capital and they pivot a couple of times, and maybe the third or fourth iteration of the product is successful. So sometimes it happens that building the startup is the process of learning what the market needs. So again, it is not black and white. So there are some kind of exceptions that with the investors' money you can pivot and find the right market fit. On the other hand, I wrote a couple of the posts on LinkedIn recently that investments just amplify what you have at the moment. If there is the mess in the company, the extra capital just amplifies the mess in the company. So when you raise capital, and again, usually the problem is not the lack of money. The problem is either lack of the users, maybe there are lack of the poor processes inside the company, and if you raise capital without knowing how to get your customers at a reasonable pricing, if your processes are fucked up, so you will not be successful in long term.
Arturas, so from your experience, is it possible for somebody to bootstrap a fintech project till success? Must you always raise money when you're in Web3 and fintech? Is it possible to bootstrap, especially as an African, considering our economy?
So that's a very good question, and I might be absolutely mistaken, because again, I while entering African market, I'm still learning, and there are many things to learn, but I believe that all the time there are ways to bootstrap, and I know a couple of people in kind of Kenya and other markets which are doing decent job while bootstrapping fintech businesses. Again, it is by any meaning, it is not multiple million valuation. It is not, but they are making some money, and it's going on. But again, if we speak about the African market, I strongly believe that when you show to investors that you know how to reach your users, how to make them active users, if you prove that even you can make some money with your bootstrapped activities, then the capital can amplify everything. So that's why there are many successful startups in Africa, like Daba Finance, I believe, from Nigeria, and many other ones.
Interesting. So, talking about your African experience, you want to share some light around the places where you have been around Africa?
Physically, I have been only in Tunisia, so my physical presence is limited to Africa. But as the professional in fintech and crypto space, I have had clients or projects that I contributed. They were in Mali, in Nigeria, in Uganda, in Kenya, in Somalia, in South Africa. Yeah, I guess that's it. So basically, all over the place.
So we should be preparing to bring you through to Nigeria one of these days, and have you do one or two with us. Talk to me about the project in Nigeria. So you were telling me the story earlier about how you got into the investment in Nigeria. Do you want to talk to me about that?
Yeah, so I have deployed a small ticket to one Nigerian startup, and again, the kind of agreement is KPI based. The bigger results they will achieve, the more capital I will invest. So again, I cannot. Again, the investment was in kind of triple F stage, family, fools, and friend. So I'm not the friend or family to that guy. So probably I'm the fool. But
no, we hope you are not the fool. So I have an article out there that says angels are not fools. So you are an angel, you're not a fool. So I think you're a fan, you're a friend. You're not friend, you're not family, but you're a fan, not a fool. So
it can be, yeah. That's a good statement. And again, that if we speak about that project, so it is in the crypto space, and what I liked really is that the founders are Nigerians founders, and their goal is to bring the value to Nigerians. So it is basically from Nigeria to Nigerians, and it is a crypto business. They are helping people to make passive income, let's say, on their crypto. Again, the market in crypto space is not that good, and active investment or day trading usually finishes in the losses, whereas they have the solution how you can just deploy small capital, and you can get monthly returns on your money.
Okay. Would there be a time where you think that you made a mistake or two as an angel investor? Any mistakes yet?
Yes, of course. There were a couple of the startups that were not successful. So just an example, one startup in Lithuania, again, as we are in the European Union, we need to follow EU laws and kind of direction. And there was kind of the liberalization of energy market in Lithuania, and basically in other Baltic states, that people were able to choose the energy provider, not only governmental one, but the private energy providers too. So we came up with the idea to make the marketplace where people can compare the prices and even sign the agreements with energy providers online. And that project was really at a very good timing. The problem was that signing agreements online were a problem. Again, most of the users who were touched, including seniors, they were not tech savvy enough to sign contracts online with us. So this is one thing what we have learned. Even the timing was good. The market is huge, but we needed to educate our users a lot. Plus, there was kind of consolidation of the market, and the biggest players were acquiring the smaller players, private players. Then in the end of the day, that liberalization became just another oligopoly. Again, a couple of big providers, and that's it. Then we moved to another we pivoted, and we decided that we want to work with the green energy and to allow people to choose solar energy kind of developers, or who can implement solar energy parks, like in the yard, on the roof, whatever. And again, that was also a very nice initiative, and we got some clients, but we didn't manage to scale up, and we didn't manage to raise capital enough. On the other hand, the same exact project in like 20th biggest city in India, they are scaling and they are profitable, and I met these guys in Dubai a couple of years ago in GITEX event. So they were very successful business. So again, even though the idea is good, but the market size matter heavily. So just one of the lessons that I have learned from unsuccessful startups. And again, being honest, I do have quite a few painful experiences, but when I learn, and I try not to repeat again.
Great. So we spoke about your joining the Lagos Angel Network and what that could do for your game, especially as you continue to invest in Africa. Do you want to throw some light on that to share what you expect to achieve in coming into such a community?
Yeah, so I would have two major expectations. So again, learning a little bit more, not a little bit more, but much more about the ecosystem of Nigeria. What are the basically getting the access to most innovative or best startups. This is one thing. Again, co-investing with other guys, that would kind of mitigate the risk because of the multiple minds sharing the experiences and the vision on the startups, plus just getting to know people, because the network is the most important asset. And I'm building already my network for the last 12 years, going to various events, and usually I start making money with people after 3, 4, 5 years that I know them. So I'm not chasing fast revenues. I'm here to make friends,
deep connections.
Deep connections, and it's not about money, but it is about truly believe how to bring the value and inner passion of creating value, and money comes sooner or later.
Great. So there you have it. It's been the conversation with Arturas, and he's spoken about the crypto industry, the Web3 industry, angel investing, his mistakes, and of course, the opportunities he expects to latch in on in the Nigerian and African and generally emerging markets ecosystem. If you like what you watched, you want to see some more, it'd be good to like, to share, and of course subscribe to the channel, the Lagos Angel Network channel, where we share different information and educational resources around angel investing out of Lagos, Nigeria, and the general African tech and entrepreneurial ecosystem. Till I come your way again, have a great one.